So the program is retraining your brain, releasing your stress, and awakening to inner peace. So it is extremely important that we should follow the fundamentals of Eastern wisdom whenever we embark on a journey to any meditation. I receive a doctor in my group session. So one day, now she is very experienced, so she asked me, where are the research studies? I said, do you know that research studies proves that smoking is injurious to health? Yes, there are a lot of studies. How many people have stopped? How many people have stopped? Do you know that studies shows that eating certain food causes cancer? How many people have stopped? So, how the Eastern wisdom perceives the knowledge, understand, and that is from there we will never fail in meditation. Eastern wisdom says that the knowledge plus validation. I know through the mind, and it is validated by my conscious experience. Then only the knowledge is true. So any research studies done outside validates my experience? No. I don't have an experience. I don't have an experience. So that is what the Eastern wisdom always say. Knowledge first acquire, contemplate, and let it be translated into your conscious experience by regular practice. Then the life will change. Then from the day one, the life will change. Two principles, and then we will start doing the practice. The first principle, both science and the Eastern wisdom aims at discovery of the truth. There is no doubt about it. Science aims at discovery of the truth in the objective material world. Eastern wisdom discovers the truth inside your real self. Both aims at the truth, but one wants to know the subjective reality. Other wants to know the objective reality. Subjective reality is to follow the principles how the mind can be transcended. You have to say goodbye to the mind to know yourself. You have to use the same mind every time in order to know the truth in the material world. If I don't use the mind, I don't know you are married, where is the Princeton? I don't know. Where is the Witherspoon Street? I don't know. So the mind has to be used. Mind has to be used. But for subjective reality, I would say 50% of the time we have to use the mind. But we have to use the mind that is right, that leads us to right perception. We have not to use the wrong mind. I'll explain, and then that is why we are doing this practice today. So what is that right mind? Right mind is, it perceives the things as it is. Right mind does not fall into impurities. What are those impurities? What are those impurities? Craving, laziness, craziness, always blaming others,
Always what others?
blaming others, always reactive, always lazy, always crazy. So these mind, including regretting the past, worrying the future, comparing the present. So as long as our mind uses these traits, the meditation is too far from us. We cannot actually succeed in that deeper state of meditation. We can relax, no problem. We can move into peace for some time, but after that, again the mind causes you the stress and same anxiety. That is why you see that mindfulness in Buddhism is the seventh limb, seventh noble path out of the eighth noble path. In the tradition of yoga, the meditation is again the seventh. So what the other six limbs and the organs do, they purify your mind. They put the mind on the right track so that you will succeed in meditation. So it is not only 1 hour weekly practice. So once you go home, at least 10 or 15 minutes of contemplation. Is my mind lazy? Drop it. Is my mind crazy? Understand it and dissolve it. Is my mind blaming and reactive? Drop it. So the more you drop it, your mind is ready to go in for deeper meditation. I had wonderful student today in the morning. So she told me, I'm fed up with my dad. He always tries to dominate me. But I love my boyfriend. Oh, it happens. It is so natural. as long as you are a boyfriend and girlfriend, you have to love. I said, what is the difference between the two human beings? Same reply. My boyfriend, I'm very intimate with him. I said, you are very intimate with the boyfriend whom you met just 6 months ago. What about the dad? You have been living for the last 26 years. Come on. I want to know the difference. Can you tell me what is this intimacy? See that, understand. That lies the problem of the mind. 6 months, so I wanted her to analyze in the time. 6 months and you became intimate. Come on. You're living 26 years with your dad. You're too far. Come on. What is that intimacy? Can you tell me? Then she looked at me. You don't know? I said, are you talking about sex? No. I said, let me know. And that is your problem. You are living in your dad's house, in your parents' home, but you hate him. That is the problem. The problem is your mind. Problem is your mind. You are reacting. And the one who is very far from you, living too far, he is very intimate. So here the problem of craziness comes. What is that craziness? Those who is physically near, you dislike. Those who is physically too far, you claim you are intimate. It comes from the mind. So the entire journey of meditation is understanding the mind, one, changing the very nature of the mind, and transforming. Last thing, and then we'll start with the practice. Neuroscience says the moment you change your mind from laziness, craziness, blaming and reacting, it starts changing the brain. It fires the brain to rewire it. And that rewiring of the network inside changes your attitude, helps you to rise in higher consciousness, go into a deeper meditation. Meditation is a journey, it is not a destination. It is not like that you go to CVS pharmacy, buy a pill and painkiller, head is gone. Let me have one session gone. No! Every time you come, you ask. You pose a question. This is what is the nature of my mind, how I should bring a change. I also warn you that yes, when we do meditation, after meditation, everything looks so rosy, so beautiful. Oh, I'm almost in the peace. And the moment you reach to your car, the old mind returns. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hold on to the same peaceful mind. Don't think too much. Then let us start. Don't think too much. Let us start our journey. Sit or lie down, eyes are closed, and we will start our journey. Eyes are closed. First thing, today we will take our journey to a little deeper from what we have done last time. Pick up the first 2 or 3 steps, and even if you continue those 2 or 3 steps, you will progress. So first 2 part you can do at your home, and we will continue. So first part, you can say goodbye to the conditioned mind. How we say goodbye to this conditioned mind? Without doing anything. You believe or you believe not. You can say goodbye to that crazy, lazy, blaming, reactive mind by doing nothing. And just see. First, check your body is comfortable. Look at the neck joint. Feel the sensation and become aware. Look at the shoulder joints. So when you feel the sensation, you are comfortable. You are aware. If you feel any discomfort, just undo the discomfort. What is undoing the discomfort? Undoing the discomfort, you know it, adjust and aligning. Then look at the hip joints. Hip joint, feel the sensation. So when you feel the sensation, what you're doing, you're turning the direction of the mind from outside to inside. So we are doing everything silently. So look at the knee joints, ankle joints. The entire body is comfortable. My master used to say and guide us, the body is made up of chemicals, the dead materials. It is something within us makes this body alive and move. And the mind, when it becomes lazy, crazy, and reactive, it takes over the body, it rules the body. So now, can you maintain your awareness that the mind does not move the body? Then you are comfortable. It is the same mind that makes us crazy. No, I am feeling itchy. No, I have a pain. No, I have hundreds of complaints in the body. So what is happening? The mind goes to the body. And then you lose track of the journey to the meditation. Now you have closed your eyes. Is it not a common sense that you have left the external world by closing the eyes and you're looking inside? It is pure common sense. But what happens? The mind that is crazy bypasses that common sense. The moment it closes the eyes, the body is comfortable, it starts thinking. See? So, but we do not fight. Remember, let the thought come and go. You don't pay any. The thought comes, you become aware. Thank you. Just now the traffic passed by, we heard the noise, and now the noise disappeared. The same thing happens to these thoughts. They come, they go. They come, they go. That is the key. So, are you doing anything? No, you did nothing. In the first part of this meditation journey, we do nothing. We check and we challenge the mind by doing nothing. You say, okay, let us see you, how you work. The third point is being casual. When you are casual, means that you are in a state of doing nothing. So when you are casual, comfortable, carefree, something deeper happens as your conscious experience. That is a validation. You see, I started my talk. Knowledge needs to be validated by your conscious experience, not by the research studies. That is another part of a journey. So now see, look at the head and the neck. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. It is there, provided your mind is not thinking. I frequently tell people, if you are attending a guided meditation program or a session, the simple thing to understand that you lend the mind of a teacher during the practice and say goodbye to your own mind. Look at both the arms. So when you look at both the arms, you feel the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. Look at the rib cage and the belly. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. Look at both the legs. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. It is not when I'm saying, It is a validation through your conscious awareness. There is a stillness. Why? Mind has gone inside. So when the mind begins moving inside, it begins the journey to the meditation. Why? Because we are exploring the subjective reality. But at the same time, we also experience when the mind moves inside, it leaves the body in the state of relaxation. That is why the science says that 90% of the illnesses are stress induced. The mind goes to the body, troubles it, and then problems. So it is moving the mind. So in that state of the sensation and the stillness, now we move to the second part. The second part is simple. We have to start with a gentle breathing from the chest through the nostrils. So look inside the chest and start breathing gently. Without moving the body remain in the state of the stillness. Continue breathing through the ribs. Yes, when you inhale through both the nostrils, your chest expands, breath out, chest squeezes. Gentle, playful breathing, you're playing with the breath. Without moving other parts of the body, that you can consider that is a condition that will keep your mind aware and attentive. Gentle breathing. That's why I did not give any name to the breathing practice. Sometimes people say Kapalbhati, Bhastrika. They get lost in those breathing, but they don't progress. Continue. 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 Just gentle and playful breathing, and stop it. Now look deep inside your head and the neck. Validate it, what you did now. You may experience some lightness. You may experience the sensations are dominant after doing the breathing. So any deepening of the sensation inside your head raises your awareness, and we are doing in a gentle manner. One thing. Second thing, when you are doing the breathing through the ribs, the Eastern wisdom says it triggers the center of your emotion. So don't start concluding that, oh, I have triggered that center of emotion, then I will be full of love from today. It is a journey. It takes time. So now look deep inside the belly and start breathing from the belly. The belly goes up when you inhale, the belly drops down when you exhale. You have to breathe through the nostrils, maintaining the state of the stillness. Now I'm making it more simple. Continue. So these two practices, plus the one more step, should be done at home. No issue. We are doing it for a minute. You are breathing from the belly. You are not thinking. Sometimes what happens, we start thinking and we forget breathing. We forget the practice. That is how the mind makes us lazy and crazy. I'm sure you're breathing from the belly out and in. The belly is expanding and contracting with the breath going in and out. And stop it. So once you stop it, then you experience the changes. The head and the neck, sensation in the stillness, both the arms, sensation, relaxation in the stillness, both the legs. So what you're doing, are you moving the legs? No. The mind is there on both the legs, and you may experience the sensation, relaxation and stillness is deeper. Maybe you may experience some tingling and the numbness, and it is okay. It is okay. Look at the rib cage and the belly, sensation, relaxation and the stillness is there. So when that stillness is there, be there, looking at the entire body, from the top to the toes, and experiencing not only the sensation, relaxation and the stillness, but also the tingling and the numbness. Know, my friends, that it is based on the program. I change it, I personalize it, I change the steps based on the entire group and the progress that you make. It is not a monotonous same steps every time. So I talk differently. I give you a clue of the philosophy, practice, application, and then we do it. Now look deep inside the forehead. Continue, keep looking deep inside the forehead and breathe in little longer, both into the belly and the chest, playfully. It sounds like a hissing breath. You breathe little deeper. You breathe into the belly, into the chest. You breathe out from the belly, from the chest. Continue. 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 Long and the hissing breath. So hissing breath means that you hear the sound of the hissing. You maintain the sensation, you maintain the stillness in the body. Only the breath is deep. It goes both into the belly and the chest, and it comes out from the belly and the chest in the state of the stillness in the body, and you're breathing playfully, gently. I'm not naming these breathing practices according to the different texts, and those texts who reference these names and labels of the breathing practices are very primary texts. So that is why we modulate the breathing. And now leave this. Now breathe deep, silent and slow. Keep your awareness deep inside the forehead. While breathing out, make the humming sound as gentle, as melodious as possible. Breathe in deeply, lips remain together. Yes, as if the mind and the emotions are together, you all have become a singer. That awareness should be there. Take your time to inhale. Take your time to inhale and take your time to do the humming. It prevents you to falling into unconscious sleep on one hand. On the other hand, it balances. It brings the synergy of the body, breath, brain, and the mind all together. Continue. Deeper the humming sound, the better it is. But in the state of stillness in the body, please continue. The next step is with the disclaimer. Even though, why the disclaimer? Because we are retaining the breath in between 10 to 15 seconds, even while doing the humming. So first what we normally do, we inhale in the same way. So I gave you the instructions. So we inhale for 10 seconds. We retain the breath inside for 10 seconds. And after 10 seconds, we do the humming for 10 seconds. You see, in the primary level of learning, this traditional meditation, which normally people say Kundalini, has become short of habitual and mechanical practices. But every time you learn something new, based on your attitude level and the temperament, so let us start breathing in deeply, first into the belly, then into the chest. Continue breathing. Continue breathing. 10 seconds is done. Hold the breath. Look deep inside your forehead. We are retaining the breath only for 10 seconds. Now start doing the humming sound. Just do the deep, silent and slow breath. Just do the deep, silent and slow breath without humming. We make ourselves totally comfortable before we repeat the same step again. So we are not in a hurry. Now inhale deeply, slowly, silently, first into the belly and the chest. Continue to inhale. Now hold the breath. Look inside the forehead. Just retaining the breath, and now do the humming sound. Yes, that is wonderful. And continue breathing deep, silent and slow. There is a disclaimer: if you're doing it on your own, it has to be done. Only this step has to be done in presence of a teacher, so that the teacher knows you whether you're progressing or are you doing it correctly. Let us do the third round. Inhale deeply, silently into your belly, then into your chest, up to the throat. Now hold the breath, look inside the forehead, 10 seconds of retaining the breath. Now do the humming sound. Continue breathing deep, silent and slow. And I see your exhalation is almost 15 to 20 seconds. And that gives you an edge. That drops the crazy mind completely. That is what we are doing. Inhale deeply into the belly and the chest. Continue inhaling for 10 seconds. Now retain the breath. Look inside the forehead. Continue looking inside the forehead. Now doing the humming sound while breathing out. Continue. You see that is the key. Continue. Continue breathing deep, silent and slow. So there are 4 components. One is deep, silent, slow breathing. Second component is 10 seconds of inhalation. 10 seconds of retention is the third component, and fourth is the humming. That is how the traditional learning takes place. But also there are other components that I'll talk later. Let us inhale deeply into the belly and the chest for 10 seconds. Continue inhalation. Now retain the breath inside, look inside the forehead. Another 10 seconds. Now do the humming as long as possible. Continue as long as possible. Wonderful. And now the fourth component, deep, silent, slow breathing. Continue with it. And the fifth component is that you are still aware of the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. You are also aware that the mind is looking within and living within. With all these awareness, simultaneous awareness of different states, leads you to awakening. Inhale deeply into the belly and the chest again. 10 seconds. You continue breathing for 10 seconds. Now hold the breath inside. Look inside the forehead. 10 seconds of retention. And start doing the humming sound. Next component is the deep, silent, and slow breathing. So, throughout the journey of this step, you maintain your conscious awareness. Why? For validation. If the mind is still living within and looking within. One more time, inhale deeply for 10 seconds. Belly and the chest. Continue to inhale, 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 inhale. And now stop it. Look inside the forehead. Retain the breath for 10 seconds. Continue to retain it. 10 seconds is over. Start doing the humming sound. Now return to the normal breathing, not the deep, silent, and slow. Check. The mind is living within in the state of sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. You might be experiencing the tingling and the numbness in the body, the lightness deep inside the head, and it is okay. It is okay. It is better. And now in that state, look at the breath. The breath goes in and comes out. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. The moment the breath goes in, look inside the forehead in the space. The breath comes out, you continue to look inside the forehead in the space. And the moment the breath goes in, you look inside the forehead in the space, you drop the sound mentally, Om. Breath comes out, you take the Om out. Om in, Om out. But if you are able to maintain your awareness and attention at any point deep inside the forehead, it is okay. My master used to say that we have more than 300 points that leads us to awakening inside the forehead. So any point will do. Don't start thinking, imagining that there is a third eye. Just drop it. At the same time, you are able to live in the state of the stillness in the body. So when you are dropping the Om, breath goes in and bringing it out, taking it out, with the breath coming out, the moment the mind is absorbed there, it transcends the body. The moment it transcends the body, you have a deeper experience at the physical level, as if the body freezes down, as if you experience a tremendous energy movement in the body. Why? Because now that energy movement is free from your conditioned mind. And if it is free from your condition and the crazy mind, the intelligence of the body works. Perhaps that is what the science talks about, firing the brain to rewire it. We do it actively. In any meditation practice, in any practice of the Eastern wisdom, that component is crucial. Continue. I'm with you. You're dropping the sound inside the forehead with every breath going in and taking the sound out with every breath coming out. Do not think for a while, just remain as you are, and you're experiencing the different state. Calmness, peace, stillness, they are normal experiences. But anything more is there, be with that experience. That's how we understand this journey. Every time we come and join together, there are new experiences. We understand through these experiences our progress, our helpers, or the barriers. Now, when the breath goes and look inside the heart, the breath comes out. Breath comes out from the heart, from a point deep inside the heart. Any point will do. So don't try to force the mind. Now, the moment the breath goes in, you look inside the heart, drop the same sound, Om. Next week, we will use different mantras and we will see how the different mantras helps us to change our brain. At this moment, breath goes in, you look inside the heart, in the space, and drop Om mentally. The breath comes out, drop. Take the Om out. That is what we are doing. For the sake of doing. We understand that when the breath goes in and out, you're looking at a point inside the heart, you're dropping Om. Many things takes place. One is that the mind gets totally self-absorbed. When there is a total absorption of the mind deeper inside, it transcends the body. You have a new experiences. But at the same time, so-called, we trigger the pure emotion, the center of the pure emotion deep inside. That starts working actively We don't know, the mind doesn't know it. It works on its own and it pours the pure emotion, it manifests, it purifies. So it's a very subtle working. And that subtle working, the mind doesn't become aware in the beginning. You may have a deepening of the experience as a positive, but as you continue the journey, we explore together, we understand, yes, this is the way how the mind transforms, energy starts rising up, and awakening takes place. Again, do nothing, remain as you are, simply doing nothing. So, when you are doing nothing, still you have experiences. You are aware of those changes in the experiences, maybe the vision and the colors sometimes that we have. No rejection or acceptance, let it come and go. Now when the breath goes in, no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. The breath goes in, look inside the belly button in the space the breath comes out. Look inside the belly button in the space. Breath goes in, you look inside the belly button, drop the same sound, Om. Breath comes out, take the Om out. Many things happens. When you are dropping Om in the space inside the belly button, the center of action is activated. You are triggering. That fires the brain to rewire it, so to say. But it has to be naturally done in the state of sensation, relaxation, and the stillness in the body. When the mind is living within and looking within. You see that? And the third, the mind gets absorbed deeper within. One of the teachers writes in the text, it's a very age-old Upanishad, it's known as Upanishad, maybe 2,000 years back, that there is a forgetfulness of the body and you are still aware. It's a wonderful state. And that happens here in this step. Or it may happen in the other steps too. I'm with you, my friends. You're dropping home deep inside the belly button. Every time the breath goes in and every time you take it out when the breath comes out. In the state of stillness in the body, in the state of mind living within, looking within. In the state of normal awareness of the breath. What a good state we are living in. And now do nothing. Just live in that state of the doing nothing. When the mind is heavily conditioned, it is crazy, lazy, blaming and reacting. It has a lot of worries and regrets and comparison with lot of memories. It always wants to do something or the other. You know, it goes to the home and it is anxious to do something. Why? Because the mind is seeking something from outside. Who are outside? People, positions, relations with the people, location. Check your mind before you want to leave from this place to go to your home. Is the mind is in a hurry? And you will realize why the mind is in a hurry. There is no need. But still, it always wants to live outside. Unless we change that format of the mind, no awakening takes place. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Let everyone be happy. Sarve santu niramaya. Let everyone be healthy. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Let everyone be blessed. Let everyone be given the grace. So that is the meaning of this. The existence showers the grace all the time. The mind is always in a hurry, so it cannot recognize that grace. The moment you recognize it, you are awakened. Ma kaschid dukha bhag bhave. Let none suffer from misery in this world. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right palm, your awareness on the left palm, and take your own time. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside. You can cover both your eyes with both your palms. Inside the palms there is a total darkness, and you open the eyes. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down. We will share our experiences, and I'll take up any question if you have in today's program. How are you, Sophie?
I am good. I was a little bit,
Twitching was there.
yeah.
Yeah, that is normal. That releases the stuff from our unconscious mind. But you feel calm, peace?
Yes, I do.
Ah, wonderful. How are you, Willard?
I'm very much feeling better. Something upset
Wonderful.
me today, and I know I shouldn't be reactive.
Yes,
So I tried.
I like
I
it.
didn't react, but it suddenly was coloring the way I behaved. And
Ye-
then I thought, well, maybe I should bring it to the surface, and it would clear the air.
Yes.
So I don't,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,